I thought I would make a little video to give you kind of an idea of how I decorate and celebrate around my little place. So here is the little centerpiece that's on my coffee table. And right next to that is my cute little fat Christmas tree. And the thing about it is that it is decorated in vintage hand-blown glass ornaments. Now this year is the eclectic collection. What do I mean by that? Well, I have two different collections of vintage Christmas ornaments. And the other set is this pattern. They're kind of these white ornaments with these peach roses on there. I put this topper on so that you could kind of see that pattern. I have a different topper that I use with the eclectic collection. The eclectic collection is also vintage ornaments that are often one of a kind or maybe part of a set. But they're all 30 to 40 years old. For example, this ornament here is from the 80s, whereas this one here is from the 90s. And I know it's like, the 90s? How can that be vintage? Well, it was 30 years ago. So yes, these from the 90s are vintage, and these are from the 80s. And this one down here is even older. This is from the 70s. My mother made that one. And it's the only one that doesn't fit with the theme. Well, there's a couple others, for example, like this and this. But everything else you'll notice has got kind of a floral motif that's either a flower itself, or it has flowers on it, or my pretty little birds. But it's about nature, and the pine cones, my different pine cone ornaments. So there is a bit of a theme. Unlike the other collection, which is all the same ornaments. They're all balls and bells with this pattern on it. But this is the year for the eclectic collection, and so that is what you see on the tree. Now you'll see some decorations behind the tree, a bunch of stockings. Well, what are these stockings? These are all the old stockings of my cats that have passed away. Here's Tristan's. He was the last one to pass away. And then Sonny. There's his. Even though I'm still very much alive, this stocking was made by my mother and given to me. And of course it says Thule on there. And very few people call me that, so it's kind of a dead name. Here is Sebastian's stocking. And then Crunchies. So those are the stockings of all my little kitties. I'm quite a sentimental person, and that's why my ornaments mean things to me, and so do the stockings. And so speaking of ornaments that mean something to me, I have this other little decorative tree where I put odds and ends. And this is the first time I've had this out now for a couple of years with the new cats, because I didn't know if they were going to, attack things and knock it over. But they're being really good, so yes, I put this out. And here's an example of that other collection. And during the years when this is on the tree, that's the bauble, and this is the bell. Let's turn it around. I would put some of the eclectic ornaments on here, and I also put these pine cones. And these pine cones are special and really, really old, from the 1970s. And my mother and I used to paint and decorate pine cones that we used to collect whenever we went up to the diggings in the summer. So again, sentimental me, all of these have meaning for me. There's no decorations in the kitchen. But here is the stocking holder for Jasper and Mickey's stocking. This is Jasper's stocking. And here is Mickey's. And there's even one here for me. Dee Dee is the name that people at work call me, so that's why that stocking says that. and that is the cute little stocking holder for Santa Paws to bring goodies for good little kitties. And then next to that, there's a decorative candle, but also this ornament has a special meaning to me. It was given to me in the early 2000s by a friend of mine, and you'll notice it's a topaz color with chrysanthemums on it, and of course that is my birth month for November. The flower for November is chrysanthemum, and of course the birthstone is topaz. In the entry hall there isn't much in the way of decor. I just put out, like a pretty decorative candle. That's the little desk that sits in the entryway. And then there's another hallway here, pardon all the cat litter. And on the bookcase, here's another holder with ornaments on it. And this is the pattern I was telling you about, of the other collection of vintage ornaments. And when they're on the tree, I also augment them with these peach colored ornaments with roses on them. And these are all from the 80s, so they're 40 years old. So again, vintage and old and delicate. And so that's the bookcase in the hallway. There's that. I framed that little dress my mother made for me with the Velveteen Kitty on it. I even have a few decorations in the bathroom. I have a beautiful pine cone that I picked up, I don't remember where. It's been sprayed with glitter. So there you go. And then a nice decorative candle in the bathroom with my new countertop. And then in this same hallway where the bookcase is located, I have another cabinet here. This is the mausoleum. This is where I have the ashes of all my cats. So there's a little bit of decoration here. But this is very special and extremely old. This Santa is from when I was a kid. He's from the 1960s. And he's actually a music box. There's a little dongle under his beard here. If you pull the string, it'll play Jingle Bells. But I won't pull it because it's very delicate, and also he would jingle all the way through this video. And we don't need that. And then I have a few in the bedroom. There isn't much, but just in general, the decor of my bedroom is pink and blue. So I've got some of my vintage ornaments. These are from the 80s, pink ones and blue ones. Picture of my mother back there when she was a child. And then these aren't particularly old. I think those are from the 90s, but again, another pink and blue ornament hanging off of the light. So I hope you liked this little tour of my home and all my Christmas decorations, and gave you a chance to see what things are like around my house.